Hello everybody, hi my YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel, Orchid Lover here in Australia. Today I am going to show you these little miniature bandas that I have here for a while in my system and in my care, and it's finally this year is just giving me a beautiful fragrant flowers. Actually they are the fragrant flowers and it's really look kind of brownish. As you can see the beautiful flowers here. I got a 1 and 2, and then even here in the bottom I got 3 spike, but because I was too busy for a while, so today I just take the time off, and then I just get a time to get this done with the video with you guys to share with you. So I'm sorry about that. Some of that here is turned into brown. This spike over here turned into brown, but anyhow some of it is still here and it's look very nice. Some of this really dry up. The weather here in Australia is weird. I guess it's anywhere in the world now. The weather is really changing climate. We even have a bushfire here last few months ago, but right now we are deluged with what you call it raining a lot, but it's really quite amazing if it's raining after all the bushfires, because it's quite relief for all of us here, especially in New South Wales area and any part of just that part area. Anyhow, we come back to our subject. This banda, miniature banda, it's here. Can you read? It's a Vanda MIRRILLI. It's a very nice fragrance. If you put your nose here in the morning or even in the midday, you can smell everywhere. When the wind passing through right towards you, this Vanda fragrant flowers is really smell really delicious. Like almost you can eat it like a candy. And did you know this Vanda MIRRILLI, the color of the flower is brown, as you can see here, everyone. It's a brown color, and I got few flowers here when it blooms on here. As you can see, I got quite really delicious, yummy looking roots in here, which mean they are really pretty healthy. I choose also the labarak for this, as you can see with that, and it's really grow really good on me. This labarak is really liking this banda, and especially the banda, they are a little bit fussy, but if you know the basic thing, you have to research some of them, how you grow them, how you taking care of them, and then everything is be good in you. And also this Vanda MIRRILLI, it's found this species at the part of the Luzon Island in Philippines. See guys, that's from Philippines. And the flowers, I can see, I can tell you it's a brown color, and then there's a yellow, and there's some kind of potted too. It's just really beautiful. It's not that too big flowers, just like the normal big phalaenopsis, but it's different than that one or normal big bandas. But this one is a cute flowers actually. See that? It's like the size of this one, like probably some coins, something like that. Okay, and also the beautiful, the fragrance of this is a beautiful sweet fragrances, and in my house you can smell it everywhere in the morning. And you know, they like the weather like a warm weather. You know, in Philippines weather it's always humid, and they have a very long summer as well. So like you can imagine like whole year summer, like only I guess December is warm, and they call it winter day, you know. We call it the winter weather on December, while here in Australia, December is a really pretty summer area here, and it's hot and sweat. So anyhow, that's like they like the warm weather. Also, they're blooming like spring. Same thing with the other normal Phalaenopsis orchids. They bloom also in the summertime. Oh, from springtime to summertime. And also they needs a really bright light, but not very direct sun guys, not very direct sun, otherwise it will get sunburn, and it kill eventually your orchids. So be aware, don't put them in the really direct sunlight, but they really like the full sunlight, but you can put the shade cloth under it and then they will be really happy for that. And also this one, you can see if this one is really need watering, because the roots is turned silvery, as you can see, a little bit silvery, because 2 days ago I give them water. Actually in the summer I give you tips, guys, how you bloom this beautiful miniature miniature Vanda. You have to give them water twice in summertime, and then they like to moist. So what I do, I use the water bottle to moist here, this area, especially the roots. When they turn into silvery like this, they may need the water very, very soon. So if you don't give them a lot of water, they won't grow properly at you. Also, you give them as well the fertilizer once a week. In the growing time, like from spring to summer, you give them fertilizer once a week, and that's it. And you have to moist them, but be aware in this part here, this area right here, they don't like to get wet here a lot, because that's the crown. So when this orchid get the new baby here, like the other one, see, so you can see there is a baby little leaves approaching. Don't stuck this with a lot of water, this one here. If you do, don't freak out, or just relax, just give the absorbent paper and then just absorb it, and then later on you'll be happy it's not water here anymore. Be aware, the crown is always here, so if they get root rots, everything will be rotten and you can do nothing about it. Of course, when you just give the water, what I do, I just get the bucket full of water, I just dunk this one, I soak this at least minimum 5 minutes. Sometimes if the weather is really like a heat wave in our place, like really extra hot weather, we give them like at least 15 minutes soaking in the water, in the bucket full of water. I just dunk there, leave it for 15 minutes, and then I take it out, and then all this root you can see from silvery color, or they call it white color or silvery color, to the green color, which is really good. So that's the tips. Also, when you have to taking care of this Vanda, when this one turn into green, then you don't need to give them water, okay? And then yeah, some of this here a little bit sunburn, just that part, or maybe some of this fungal. Okay guys, this miniature Vanda here, beautiful brown color with yellow dotted and whitish in the nose. This Vanda miniature, they need the warm weather, like in Philippines. That's really ideal for them, all right? And also it will bloom since from spring to summer, which is the cooler days, from cooler days to summer. Well, the springtime or cooler days in Philippines will be November towards December. So we call here in Australia, it's a winter time. There is a we call in Australia is a summertime, while in Philippines they call it a winter time on December, from November to December. And also it's also need the full sun or really bright lights, but you can put the shade on the top, shade cloth on the top, which is the green one, or ideal for the greenhouse. They're really good, as long as like 50% shade, and this one will be really good. But some people they do really put this in the full sun. Well, I guess it depends how they adapt the plants under. And look at this yummy delicious beautiful silvery roots right now that I have here. As you can see, they get really nice, beautiful, matured roots, and it looks silvery. The reason they are silvery, because 2 days ago I give them water. I dunked them in the basin or in the big pot, whatever, so that's full of water. So you can do that, but now I didn't get water because there is a raining today here, so the weather is nice and cool. Finally, it's beautiful rain today. And some of this it turned brown, as in really going to die. It's okay. There you are. Oops, it's full of. This is what it looked like, the flower of the miniature Vanda when they finishing flower. So I just keep this and then let it dry for now there. And there's another one here as well. The flower is falling off. I just leave it for now. And then when this flower is falling off, you have to cut this right here, so you give the plants chance to regrow again and make back to the normal health or whatever they do. They're really pretty smart plant. Anyhow, also these plants, mini Vanda, the best also if you hang them in the basket or you hang them in the pots like what I did here, as you can see guys, like that. Because after I dunked them in the water, full of water from the bucket, I hung this because the reason they like it, it's they give them a lot of airy. They can breathe a lot from the bottom to the top, as you can see. And this is made from, I put this in the lava rock. Here is the lava rock, and I think they're really good. They like it, they really love it. They even grow beautiful nice perfume flowers. It's really very nice flowers. You have to put your nose on it, especially early in the morning to midday. You can smell really good. Promise, it's really nice. Like you really like one of those candy that you can eat. And I got one here as well, kind of smaller size than this one. I think this one is much more matured, and there is, as you can see here guys, in the bottom there is more roots coming up. It's approaching, and I'm really happy for this year because it's grow really good on me. They are not really fussy. As long as you know what you're doing for them, they're really happy. If you give them nutrients, they're really happy for you, and also they give you beautiful fragrances flowers. I got even 3 or 4 spike there, which means spike. This one came out from this stem, and then it turned into flower stuff. And they also like the really well drained media, like this what I done. Either you can put this sphagnum moss or fine bark sphagnum moss mixture, or fine bark, or some other people they use the river rocks, or I can use the lava rocks, which means it's really nice and natural rocks. They love it. Vanda is really like it, so that they really dry quickly. And also they are epiphytic as well. They are growing types of orchids and species. They can grow like 25 centimeter, you know, and it's really good. A beautiful fragrance. And also, by the way guys, it has a waxy flowers too, as you can see. It's nice and very shiny, and kind of a bit hard too. It's not like soft flowers, see, nice and shiny, and it's waxy, kind of type of waxy flowers. And also the flowers is long lasting, and then they reach about at least 5 centimeters. Wow. Did you know the flower periods of this Vanda? At least 2 to 3 months. It depends with the weather, or it depends with your plants as well, but obviously like that for the Vandas. And also this kind of orchid species, they are the tropical orchid species. So there, of course, when we're talking about the tropical species, tropical types of species, they love a warm weather or hot weather. See, like for instance Philippines or some any other really place that really hot weather. So the climate like Philippines, like that, also they requires a bright light, really bright light. And some other people, as I tell you before, you even require the full sun, you know. It's really great for them, as long as there is a lot of air from the bottom to top. If you hang them, that's really ideal, and they really love it. They really love it when you hang them, because it give your plants a really good chance to dry. Now we are talking about the fertilizing. Okay guys, I'll give you the tips about how I fertilize my mini Vandas. When I fertilize this one, example, we call it active time, like spring to summer. That's really time that all the plants, any kind of plants anywhere in the world, when the active time like summer, spring to summer, that's the time you give them really good orchid fertilizer. Good for that is 20-20-20. That's really ideal or recommended for fertilizing the Vanda orchids. And also, if you give them the really regular fertilizer, they give you beautiful flowers, and then they give you nice and shiny leaves, and they look really healthy, no rotten roots, and the media is nice and dry, and then it's really good. If you are happy, the plants is happy as well. So when during that period, month period, when they grow, like when the growing time, you have to give them at least once a week, once, or sometimes other even give it twice a week. Mine, I give them once a week. I give them once a week the fertilizer, so they needed that. And then also, guys, really please, in the winter times, because they are all dormant, all orchids are dormant, which means they don't need a lot of foods, which means they're just sleeping or they're just relaxing, so you don't need to give them a lot of fertilizer. Well, of course, I still give them fertilizer once a week, once a month at least. Sorry, I give them once a month. That's the only time they need, only for the winter. Alright? Okay guys, in the winter time, this beautiful Phalaenopsis, this beautiful mini Vanda, MIRRILLI, they don't need a lot of fertilizer, because in the winter time is a dormant time, meaning they don't need a lot of food. So which therefore you don't have to give your little orchids or any kind of orchids during the winter time or dormant time. They are so calm, so they don't need a lot of food. They're just so calm and relaxed. So you don't have to give them a lot of fertilizers, as I said before. And in mine, I give my bandas or any kind of orchids that I have here in my collection, I give them at least in the winter time, I give them at least once a month. That's it. I didn't over fertilize them, and I didn't give them a lot of water, because they don't have to, unless you have a kind of system in your house, you using the heating system in your house, like heater or whatever, so meaning it's quickly to dry. Once this one it looks silvery and white, then that's the time you give them a water. Otherwise, guys, if still nice and green color, you don't need to give them water. Okay? And also another tips with you lovely people, the one of my subscribers here, or very nice lovely viewers that are always coming back to watch my videos, I'll give you also a really very important tips is when don't ever guys, don't ever completely give your beautiful collection orchids, not only for Vanda but any kind of orchids, don't ever give them any kind of fertilizers, especially they are dry, because you know why, you really gonna kill your orchids. And also especially the root system, once they are really pretty dry and then you suddenly give them fertilizer without putting the water first, once they get wet, then you follow the fertilizer. But once any other people, they don't know what they're doing, they just straight away put the fertilizer without knowing. When this one is pretty dry, they don't like it. So once this one is nice and wet with water, and then you follow the fertilizer. Alright, because if you don't do that, when the roots is pretty dry and you straight away put the fertilizer on them, of course your roots gonna die, and you damage the roots. You really causing a major damage for your roots. So therefore, don't do that, because once this roots is really causing a lot of major damage, it cannot be done. It cannot be done. It will wait for a while, few years back, to get the root system to get back and really good and healthy again. So that's really big important, everyone. Tips that I give you right now, right here in Orchid Lover channel, that once this one is dry, your roots is dry, don't ever give him a really fertilizer. First thing, you have to give them water, of course, to make it wet. Once they get wet, 10 or 30 minutes later, come back, and then that's the time you give them beautiful fertilizer, whatever you do, that's what you do. So I hope, so that's it for today, guys. I hope you really learned something from my channel or new upload that I give today. And actually this one is pretty dry. I don't have to wait for this to really fall off, because they won't fall off. So once you see this spike, flower spike dried like this, black color like this, guys, I show you now. Once this one is looking like this, in this one, once the flower is all falling off like this one right now, so it's time to cut the stem. All right, and this one as well, I really have to cut them. So there you go. Have to be careful so you don't cut your leaves. All right, this is what it look like when it dried up. Thank you very much. That's it for tonight, guys, or for today. I hope you really have a lot of learnings from these things that I give you today, and too many tips, and it's really good for the beginners. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will see you again in my next episode very soon. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, guys, for the wonderful people out there watching my videos right now. I hope you learned something from this video, how to taking care of your orchids. See you guys, and happy gardening, or the orchid lover in Australia. Oh, if you are really good and really happy with this video that I show you today, please subscribe. Don't forget to give us a subscribe, thumbs up, and also share even to your partner or whatever. And also hit that notification bell on the top so you can follow what my next upload next time. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and see you all next time. Happy gardening. Bye, lovely people. Mwah. Bye. Oh, I showed the really close for this. Beautiful brown flowers. See? Let's show you some. Nice, isn't it? Beautiful. See that? Awesome. I love them. Finally, it blooms really good on me. Nice. Bye bye, everybody. See you next time.